Potential energy is not stating that the item, or weight, has that much energy. It's stating that as far as the fulcrum is concerned, the weights are equal, regardless of how much energy each one actually has. Physics doesn't know what's on the arm of the lever, so it's referred to as potential. Then again, I could be wrong. I am no expert. Maybe you've stumbled upon a Nobel Prize. Or not. Just try to have fun with this topic, and I guess life in general. Not many people want to see angry rants all of the time, even if you are right. As two or more things collide, the potential energy is then made true, and the leftover energy is either transferred into heat, sound, or dissipates into equilibrium through the path of least resistance to the ground.
If you smack two heavy metal balls together, the energy of their collision will be focused at such a small point enough heat can be produced to literally burn a hole through paper.
Look at that spring stretch. The setup, it seems pretty simple. And actually, scientists have a special name for this simple setup. They call it a simple machine. It's taking a 1,000-gram weight and making it almost feel like 350 grams. See, our whole setup of our lever, our simple machine, we have our pivot point or fulcrum, our weight right here, and I pull up on this end. It really makes me think of something.
This starts with a once upon a time story. I have graduated from the University of Michigan. I have a bachelor's degree. The Vietnam War is raging. The only way to avoid it is to become a school teacher or to be married and have a kid. And I became a school teacher. But a little girl comes up to me and says, "My daddy said I should show you this." And she brings this material. That's a photoshopped picture of what I held in my hand. It seemed like it was 5 by 5, silvery, a little more silvery than you see. I couldn't get it more silvery. And I thought it was aluminum foil. She said, "Crush it." So I crushed it up, let it go, and all of a sudden it opens up like a flower. "Wow," I said. "Cool." She said, "Really try to crush it." So I crushed it down to the size of a marble. Let it go, and it opens up like a flower, flat on my teacher's desk. No creases, nothing. Wow. "Try to cut it." I said, "Is that okay with your daddy for me to try to cut it?" Now this stuff is as thick as perhaps 2 pieces of stationery. That's how thick it is. And it's just a tiny bit elastic, not much. So I figured that would be no difficulty to cut. I pulled out scissors and I did it, and it would bend, but it wouldn't cut. Took another pair of scissors, nothing. She said, "Try to put a hole in it." So I took a ballpoint pen. I had a metal desk. I don't know why I remember that I had a metal desk, but I had a metal desk. And I could not put a hole in it. Then I thought, I've got these things that teachers have called compasses that make geometric lines. Remember those things? They have pointy metal tips. And I jammed that into the material. It just bent, did not puncture, and then when you removed it, it flattened out. I had never ever seen anything like it. But I didn't know anything about UFOs. This is actually 17 years after, or 18 years after Roswell.